We've got Bravo. We're holding Charlie. We've taken control. Assist your team at Bravo. We've lost B.
Right behind you.
We've lost the lead. Reloading. Securing C. Charlie secure. Securing Bravo. We captured Bravo.
Enemy near Main Street.
Enemy Wilson deployed. Enemy's halfway there. Step it up.
I see one.
Allied cruise missile with assist. Charlie.
Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Black Ops 5 is being confirmed for Call of Duty 2020. Now, didn't we do this same thing last year? I mean, because everybody was getting tired of Black Ops 3.5, aka Black Ops 4, and we just said, oh man, Modern Warfare. We were already talking about Modern Warfare in 2019, and now that we made it here, we're already trying to talk about COD 2020. And I know what people are trying to do, you know, always looking forward to the future, to be like, okay, this game has came out, I wonder what the next game gonna be. But if I were Treyarch, I'd be thinking of something different. And what I mean by that, first of all, let's backtrack. So I know a lot of you guys know that I said this in one of my previous videos. It's on my channel if you guys want to check it out. Recently, you know, Sledgehammer, the third development studio that were originally going to come out with Call of Duty 2020, they're not a studio no more. So when I first heard that, I was like, oh, so is there just not going to be a Call of Duty for 2020? Nope. Activision says, yo, Treyarch, you got to pick up the slack. So I was like, oh, okay, well, Treyarch got this. David's still there, and it's just, you know, they got his creative juices, and hopefully they can make a game like Black Ops 2 or Black Ops 1. It'll be fine, whatever. And then rumors came out saying that, oh yeah, David hitched a road. And I was like, what do you mean David hitched a road? They'd be like, dude, David's gone. Mondar is gone. So I was like, oh, okay, so now they don't have a creative director. They have this brand new game to make. So I don't know what they're going to do. Now, I've been watching some, you know, videos recently and stuff, like saying like, okay, like what are some like more details about this? A lot of people are saying like they should just reboot the franchise, or they should do Black Ops 5. And me personally, I think they shouldn't do either of those, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so first of all, we'll start off with the whole Black Ops 5, and then we'll talk about the reboot. Okay, so with Black Ops 5, we just got a Black Ops game 2 years ago. We just got it with Black Ops 4. And a lot of people really did not like that game. And that's all because of how horrible the microtransactions are, and some other things within the game, like the specialist, 150 health. I mean, you guys saw my rant video about this. I made one on the channel, so I'm not really gonna get into it right now. But yeah, we all know why Black Ops 4 failed the way it did. You know, lack of support and everything. So with them doing a BO5, I don't really think that's the way to go, especially since they don't have the creative juices that Bondahar brought to like those first few games, especially Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, because he was in charge of the multiplayer. Vaughn was not in charge of the multiplayer in BO4. Some people know that, some people don't, but for all the people who don't, little spoiler alert, he was not in charge. Why do you think a lot of people liked Blackout more? That's because Vaughn was in charge of Blackout. He was in charge of everything and all the updates within Blackout, so that's why Blackout did so well like it did. But another thing about Black Ops 5 is we already know they're probably going to go, it's probably going to be like a copy and paste of BO4. And a lot of people said Black Ops 4 was pretty much a copy and paste BO3. So I just see like a really big disaster. And on top of that, if they just do Black Ops 5, a lot of people are going to be like, well, they're just milking the cow at this point. Because that's what a lot of people felt like they did with Black Ops 4. They just knew Black Ops would sell because the name Black Ops is almost as famous as Modern Warfare, as the Modern Warfare series. Because as soon as somebody says Black Ops, they already know it's an automatic sell. So I don't think it would be in their best regard to do a Black Ops 5. Now, with the reboot, I don't think that would work either. Because here's the thing. The reason why it worked in Infinity Ward's favor is because we haven't gotten a Modern Warfare game since Modern Warfare 3. That was 8 years ago, back in 2011. So it kind of made sense to be like, okay, guys, you know, a couple of years have gone by. You know, maybe a lot of newer kids nowadays, they haven't played the OG Modern Warfares, which I highly recommend you do. Really good games, especially with these newer ones that we're getting right now. Like, those older games are really, if they didn't stand out before, they're starting to stand out now. But where I'm getting off topic here. So yeah, they didn't play the older games, you know, reintroduce them to the Modern Warfare character. But for all the people that did play those games, we're gonna bring back some old characters like Captain Price and all the other guys. I'm gonna try, for all you guys that have not played the campaign for the 2019 game, I highly recommend you do it. In my opinion, it's my favorite campaign. I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but you guys need to play it. It's really good. Granted, it's short, but you guys need to play it. So, in my opinion, I don't think the reboot will work either. Like I said, we just got a Black Ops game 2 years ago, so it's gonna feel like, okay, so you just see Black Ops 4 at this point, then all of a sudden you're gonna reboot it. I think, me personally, they should start a new sub-franchise, which we'll get into a minute, and then reboot Black Ops down the road. Okay, so with this whole little sub-franchise, there were some rumors that were going around. Take this with a grain of salt. There are some rumors going around that they want to start a whole new franchise called Convert. I think it's called Convert Wars, which I personally think would be the overall smartest decision to do. Because some people will be like, why don't they just make a sequel to World at War? Well, they did make a sequel to World at War. It was Black Ops 1. Because if you played the story of World at War, Reznov, one of the people in World at War, came back and he was helping Sergeant Frank Woods out in the Vietnam War in Black Ops 1's story. So Black Ops 1 is a sequel to, World at War is a sequel to Black Ops 1. But I think it would be the best to start a whole new sub-franchise. Maybe they could get 3 games out of this, 4 games, who knows, and then maybe reboot Black Ops. Because I think right now it's a little too early for a reboot, but at the end of the day, they call the shots. I'm just giving them free advice, but I think they need to do Convert Wars or whatever this new one was gonna go. So I really don't know. Maybe this could really work out for them. To be honest, I just want what's best for the community, because chances are, if we get another Black Ops game, you may be getting people. Well, I think a lot of people will be fed up. But if they were to come out with Convert Wars, you could have people saying stuff like this.
This game is fucking awesome!
Because really, guys, who generally thinks that them starting a new sub franchise is a bad idea? Because I certainly don't. But then again, you also gotta think, if they were to do something different, if they were to mix up the COD formula too much, almost similar to what they did with this game right here, Modern Warfare, then you could have a lot of people saying stuff like this.
Fuck you, Treyarch! Fuck you!
So really, Treyarch, this is up to you. I think you guys should do another sub-franchise. I want to see how good of a studio you guys really are without David there. Because to me, that's like the ultimate studio. The fact is that if the boss, aka David, if he were to leave or he were to take a vacation, could y'all still get the job done? Because you guys have the extra support of Sledgehammer, and I understand Sledgehammer has never worked with you guys on the game, but I'm just curious, can you two pull it off? Can you guys really satisfy the community and make a good Call of Duty game, so that if the next one, by Infinity War, were to suck, this game could have a life cycle similar to Black Ops 3. Yeah, because, oh yeah, spoiler alert, guys, you already know what crowd Infinity War is catering to.
We don't want someone who's, how to say this, lower skill to have a bad experience. We want someone who's higher skill to have a bad experience.
You serious?